Just yesterday morning, they let me know you were gone. Suzanne, the plans they made put an end to you. I walked out this morning and I wrote down this song. I just can't remember who to send it to. I've seen fire and I've seen rain. I've seen sunny days that I thought would never end. I've seen lonely times when I could not find a friend. But I always thought that I'd see you again. Won't you look down upon me, Jesus? You gotta help me make a stand. You just got to see me through another day. My body's aching and my time is at hand. I won't make it any other way. Whoa, I've seen fire and I've seen rain. Seen sunny days that I thought would never end. I've seen lonely times when I could not find a friend. But I always thought that I'd see you again. Been walking my mind to an easy time, my back turned towards the sun. Lord knows when the cold wind blows, it'll turn your head around. Well, there's hours of time on the telephone line to talk about things to come. Sweet dreams and flying machines in pieces on the ground. Whoa, I've seen fire and I've seen rain. I've seen sunny days that I thought would never end. I've seen lonely times when I could not find a friend. But I always thought that I'd see you, baby, one more time again now. Thought I'd see you one more time again. There's just a few things coming my way this time around now. Thought I'd see you, thought I'd see you fire and rain now. There is a young cowboy, he lives on the range. His horse and his cattle are his only companions. He works in the saddle and he sleeps in the canyons, waiting for summer, his pastures to change. And as the moon rises, he sits by his fire, thinking about women and glasses of beer, and closing his eyes as the dogies retire. He sings out a song which is soft but it's clear, as if maybe someone could hear. Good night, you moonlight ladies, rock-a-bye, sweet baby Jane. Deep greens and blues are the colors I choose. Won't you let me go down in my dreams and rock-a-bye, sweet baby James. Now the 1st of December was covered with snow, so was the turnpike from Stockbridge to Boston. Lord, the Berkshires seemed dreamlike on account of that frosting, with 10 miles behind me and 10,000 more to go. There's a song that they sing when they take to the highway, a song that they sing when they take to the sea, a song that they sing of their home in the sky. Maybe you can believe it if it helps you to sleep, but singing works just fine for me. So good night, you moonlight ladies, rock-a-bye, sweet baby Jane. Deep greens and blues are the colors I choose. Won't you let me go down in my dreams and rock-a-bye, sweet baby Jane. Take to the highway, won't you lend me your name? Your way and my way seem to be one and the same. Mama don't understand it, she wants to know where I've been. I have to be some kind of natural born fool, I wanna pass that way again, but you know I could feel it country road. Sail on home to Jesus, won't you, good girls and boys? I'm all in pieces, you can have your own choice, but I can hear a heavenly band full of angels and they're coming to set me free. I don't know nothing about the wild wind, but I can tell you that it's bound to be, because I could feel it, child, yeah, on a country road. I guess my feet know where they want me to go, walking on a country road. To the highway, won't you lend me your name? Your way and my way seem to be one and the same, child. Mama don't understand it, she wants to know where I've been. I have to be some kind of natural born fool, I wanna pass that way again, but I could feel it, Lord, country road. Walk on down, walk on down, walk on down, walk on down, walk on down a country road. La 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 la. Country road, oh yeah. Walking on a country road. Country road. Woo. Country road.
We are so grateful that you have joined us today. This year, we are on a journey of spiritual discovery. And for the month of August, we are discovering our spiritual strength. You know, Charles Fillmore, co-founder of our Unity movement, has said that the spiritual strength is truly the energy of God. I love that. The energy of God is our strength. And you know, we look at strength through our mental strength, physical strength, and also spiritual strength as well. And so we're grateful that you're with us as we explore this, and because, you know, it's been a very challenging year for most of us. And we've had to pull strength from within ourselves, strength that we did not even know we had. And that's the key sometimes. Sometimes we don't know how much strength we have until we're able to pull it from within. So, dear friends, I'm grateful that you joined us. Grateful you've joined us as we continue to discover and then put into practice that spiritual strength that is within us. Grateful you're with us. Let's go to services. God bless you.
Good morning. This beautiful song is written by Barbara McAfee. She lives in town. She lives close to the St. Croix River. She's been sharing it with us on Facebook. Oh, it's beautiful. This is called World of Wonders. Here's a breath to help ease your breathing, a song to set your songs free. Here's a voice that'll just keep on singing, a vision of who we could be. There is bread for all who hunger, and a refuge when trouble draws near. The hate melting to kindness, and justice eclipsing the fear. In a world full of wonders, why couldn't these things be true? In this world full of wonders, I know one of them is you. Every child is raised up in glory. Every soul knows the sublime, and we weave a bright new story where we all wake up in time. Oh, the mending of the waters, the land restored to green, all of the people, plants, and creatures taking part in Earth's great dream. In a world full of wonders, why couldn't these things be true? In this world full of wonder, why couldn't one of them be you? as certain as the sunrise, as faithful as the tides, as ingenious as your body, where the flame of earth resides, as brilliant as a poppy, as solid as the stone, unnumbered miracles unfolding on earth, our beloved home. In a world full of wonders, why couldn't these things be true? In this world full of wonders, why couldn't one of them be you? In a world full of wonders, I know one of them is you.
Thank you. Thank you. That was gorgeous. Welcome, Unity Minneapolis live streamers and all here. I have the announcements today. Welcome to our Sunday morning service. Our in-person services are 9:30 and 11:30. We live stream the 9:30 service, and you can watch services anytime on demand at unityminneapolis.org or on YouTube. Reverend Pat is taking a well-deserved time off today, and Reverend Kevin Hudalla is filling in for Reverend Ray Nelson at Unity of the Heart. We're blessed to have the women of Unity in the house today. Thank you, Reverend Toni, and all. Come and experience Reverend Toni's two-part workshop, Walking the Labyrinth, a spiritual experience, this afternoon at 1 p.m. on the back patio. Part 2 continues next Sunday. Check the kiosk in the garden court for more information. This Wednesday is the final day to drop off the backpacks and school supplies for the local school children. Through the years, Unity Minneapolis has been an important partner in support of PRISM's annual collection. We are also collecting books for the students at Noble Elementary, now through the beginning of September. Shopping lists are in the garden court or at the website. Calling all Unity families, you are invited to join Reverend Pat and Cassidy Meeks, the director of our Youth and Family Ministry, on Wednesday, September 1st at 6 p.m. for dinner and reconnecting at Brookview Park in Golden Valley. We'd like your insights for the future of the youth ministry at Unity Minneapolis. Supervised kid play is provided. Please go to the kiosk in the garden court or our website for details. We are excited that our Community Unity picnic is back in 2021. Save the date. Sunday, September 12th, and join us on the back parking lot after services, RSVP in the bookstore to assist with the meal planning. Be in the know about all our upcoming events and activities. Learn more on the church website, Facebook page, or our weekly emails. Happening at Unity and Peak of the Week. You can also email the church or call the church office. And now, please join Reverend Toni for our opening prayer.
Thank you, Karen. Good morning. Join me now in prayer. Let us open our hearts to each other today. Let us open our hearts to the knowing that Spirit is the connector, moving in and through us, causing that light to shine, the healing energy to move through us and out into our world to bring healing and compassion, comfort and care to those who are in need today of that knowing. Let us celebrate in joy today our connection through music, through words, through our very being. It is Spirit that moves us. It is Spirit that sustains us. It is Spirit that is our strength. And it is Spirit that inspires our co-creation with a world that works for everyone. And so let us, in this moment, celebrate this amazing day, this amazing community and each other. And let us celebrate the world today. And so we affirm this in and through the power that it is the Christ within all of us that connects us and sustains us. And so it is. And we say, thank you, God. Do we not? And let us say it together. Thank you, God. Come on. Thank you, God. Woo! Let's applaud this day.
Stand if you're able and sing Everything New with us. Bring it on, everything new, everything different, everything true, because I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. I'm through crying, I'm through waiting, I'm through hoping against all hope. I'm through longing for something gone that'll never return. I think I finally learned, so bring it on. Everything new, come on. Everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Come on. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. I'm through grieving, I'm through dreaming that the life I had is ever coming back. No more wishing on someone else's star that'll never be mine. Think it's time, so bring it on. Bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true, because I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. I've survived many times before, broken hearts and slamming doors. I'll be alright, yes I will once more, just as I did back then. I think I'm gonna rise again, so bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything. Sing that again, we're gonna bring it on. Everything new, yeah, everything different, everything true. I'm ready, I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new.
Thank you, Judy, Lori, Dave, and Jandine. Everything's different for sure, and everything is new, and everything is good. Welcome. Welcome to those coming across the waves. Virtually, welcome to you all here this morning. It's good to be here. It is on. It's sort of stuck on my face. Do you ever have that feeling like your mask is just stuck on your face? Well, I'm going to take advantage of not having to wear it for a moment. You just get used to it, you know? You just get used to it. Okay, thank you, Judy. I could have just gone on without, just keep on talking. Okay, well, let's try that again. Welcome, everyone. It's good to be here. And it's also good to not have to wear this mask for a few minutes. What an amazing community we have. It's always a place where everyone is welcome. I think Reverend Pat's favorite thing is wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you are welcome here. It's one of the first things I heard from him, and it is so true. And so we want to welcome everyone and be glad for the time together. I also want to say that if you're new here, if you're feeling like you're new or you are new, if you want to take just a moment and just raise your hand, we have something for you. Let's see if we've got somebody new here. Yes. Woo! Excellent. That rose is a gift from this community to say thank you for being here. It also helps us to recognize you after the service so that we can come and say hi again and get to know you better. The packet has a card in it. If you'll fill that out and leave it with one of the ushers, one of our team will get back to you this week and say hi. For those of you online, if you're feeling new or are new, you can also, there's a digital card that you can find, fill it out and send it in. And again, someone from our team will get in touch with you and we'll have a small gift for you. So, to begin today, I need to take a deep breath. To begin today, what I'd like for us to do is affirm together our vision. I want to affirm together our vision. It's in your order of service. It should be on the screen if you are with us virtually. And let us say together our vision statement. Together, centered in spirit, we celebrate a world transformed by love, peace, and compassion. Can we say that again, and let's say it like we just really mean it down in our heart space, okay? Say it together with me. Centered in spirit, we celebrate a world transformed by love, peace, and compassion. Yes, and now for the month, our August affirmation, let us say that one together. Through my unwavering belief in God, I am filled with faith and joy. Today's word is joy. And now let us listen as Julie reads us our daily word.
We now move deeper into spirit with the reading of the daily word. As the usher brings down the prayer box, you're invited to mentally add your prayers to the written requests in the box. After the service, the prayer box is located in the garden court where you may add your written requests. Your prayers are then prayed with by our prayer ministry for 7 days, and then they're forwarded to Silent Unity where they're prayed with for an additional 30 days. The word for today is joy. We affirm, I say yes to the joy that invites me in this moment. Joy is the call of my heart. Whether I'm at work or at play, I bring a spirit of joyfulness to everything I do. More than a mood or an attitude, joy is part of me and mine to live and to share. Like all aspects of my divine identity, joy flowers in my consciousness when I hold joyful thoughts and feelings. I express my joy as the excitement of anticipation, fascination at a new discovery, deep satisfaction in a relationship, and the tranquil glow from communing with God in prayer. My joy is contagious, and I love to share in it. I have feelings of joy when I take part in friends or family members' joyous moments, their celebrations and accomplishments. I feel quiet joy when I offer encouragement, and even when I give comfort, grateful to share the care and love of God. And Scripture tells us, rejoice always. The word for today is joy.
I will leave this world as it is, go inside to find my God. I will leave this world as it is, go inside to find my God. I will leave this world as it is, go inside to find my God. I will leave this world as it is, go inside to find my God. Inside there is peace, inside there is joy, inside there is more than enough. Inside there is peace, inside there is joy, inside there is sacred love. I will leave this world as it is, go inside to find my God. I will leave this day as it is, go inside to find my God. Inside there is peace, inside there is joy, inside there is more than enough. Inside there is peace, inside there is joy, inside there is sacred love. I will leave this life as it is, go inside to find my God. I will leave this life as it is, go inside to find my God. Go inside to find my God. Go inside to find my God.
As we come in for a moment of meditation, I invite you to gently close your eyes or gaze your eyes downward. Release any tension in your neck and shoulder area. Soften around your forehead and your eyes. Relax your jaw. Now take a deep breath in and a slow exhalation. And again, a deep breath in and a long, slow exhalation. And imagine breathing in peace and exhaling out strength. A quote by Charles Fillmore, our co-founder: "The mind of spirit will guide you in perfect ways, even in the minute details of your life, if you will let it do so. To receive my inner knowing clearly, I quiet my mind to better tune into that still, small voice, my link to divine nature. With every plan I create, I remind myself that I need not rely solely upon my knowledge and reason. I can access my guidance, which I may discern as a persistent feeling or a nudge to do something. If my guidance is unclear or difficult to discern, I wait with patience until I can determine how to proceed. I allow divine inspiration to guide my way. Let us gently become aware of our breathing as we enter that secret place within. We affirm, I co-create with God, with the endurance of strength, patience, and openness. Very gently becoming aware of your breathing and very slowly opening your eyes and coming back into this moment. As I focus on harmony, peace, and wholeness, these thoughts begin to flower in my consciousness. I remain engaged with the world as it is, yet attuned to a more spiritual reality. In time, I notice that the outer world is reflecting my inner state. I am creating from the inside out. Through the power of strength and divine order, I bring my dreams to life. Amen.
There is a quiet place
Thank you, Judy. Thank you. Thank you, Lori. Yeah, indeed. Last week, we started on this concept of God's plan for us. And I questioned the use of the apostrophe there in terms of God's plan as opposed to a God plan. A God plan that says that we are here in a flow that was put into place by I don't know what. That's the mystery for me. I don't know how it began, but I do know that everything that we need, desire, require to create was placed here, wherever here is. And it is ours to create from. Our co-founder, Charles, and Myrtle both, our co-founders, have said, we are co-creators with what we call God. And the more I learn about what God might be, I learn that it is all things. It is energy, it is consciousness, it is the beingness that we are in, that we move and we live and we have our being in. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that's something from our St. Paul. We live and move and have our being in it. So we do the manifesting. We didn't create the raw material, but we do create from that raw material, from that source. I ended last week with a quote from Myrtle, and I want to start this week with a quote from Myrtle, that same quote from Myrtle, and then I'm going to add one more quote of a more current nature. But this one was from Myrtle Fillmore, and it's about what God is. And she says, God is the one perfect life flowing through us. God is one pure substance out of which our organism is formed. God is power that gives us motive power, strength that holds us upright and allows us to exercise our members, wisdom that gives us intelligence in every cell of our organism, every thought of our minds. God is the only reality for us. All else is but a shadow that is cast by some belief or unwise combination of thoughts and the elements of being. When we let light flood us with its sunshine, all clouds vanish, and we begin to see ourselves in new ways of doing, which lead to wholeness and health and satisfaction and growth. That concept of God, for me, just makes my heart sing. It allows me a freedom to be and do and come from a place that is love and compassion, even as I feel joy, as I feel sorrow or grief or anxiety. It allows me that ability to move into that space, for God is all that is. Now I want to share with you a reading that a quote that I found this week as I was doing some work, and it's the author of this particular quote is Tu Weiming, T-U Weiming, and he is a doctor of philosophy and psychology. He was at Harvard. He's a chair emeritus at Harvard, but now he is at Peking University, Beijing. And he writes this: first of all, and at a minimum, the reductionist view of the human person has to go. A human being is not simply a rational animal. A human being is not simply a tool user. A human being is not simply a linguistic being. A human being is poetic and aesthetic, is capable of sensitive responses to an ever-expanding network of relationships within the human world and beyond, even with the distant stars. Human beings are social beings with an emphasis on relationship and connectedness. Human beings are co-creators. The amazing power, strength, wisdom, intelligence that we claim as part of our beingness is God-given. It is part of who and what we are as gifts, as faculties. Charles claims there are 12. This month we're talking about strength and what gives us strength. Strength is the spirit, I am the strength of spirit. What gives me that strength and how does it show up? Quick story for you. Years ago, when I was doing quite a lot of travel in another chapter in my life, I was probably doing 80% of my year was a travel. And I was actually in Milwaukee on a trip, short one. I had just come from Chicago, went to Milwaukee, and then I was going home. That evening, I got settled in. I picked up the phone to ask for a wake-up call. And I asked the desk, I said, this is room 734 or 437. And I would like a wake-up call for 6:30. And there was dead silence on the end of the phone. And she said, ma'am, we only have 3 floors in this hotel. Oh, okay. So I looked at my little thing that holds the key, and sure enough, I was in 2-something. I said, can I have a wake-up call for this room? And then I turned around and just collapsed onto the floor by the bed. It was like, I have nothing left. I'm done. There was nothing in me. There was just nothing left. And I took a deep breath, and tears started to roll down my face. And I don't know exactly, we always say this, I don't know what triggered that, okay? But from somewhere down deep in me, I just said, I need help. I need the strength. And all of a sudden, I felt these big arms just encircle me. And I lay there with my head on the bed. And I just sat there for I don't know how long, but it was the most comforting, most renewing, most strength-giving thing I had ever experienced. I am the strength of God, the strength of spirit, because I flow in it and I am willing to acknowledge that it is there. And I am willing to be open to it. I could get up, prepared for bed, went to sleep, moved through the week, and when I got home, I said, you need a little self-care, honey. And so I canceled a week. But it was that one moment in which the strength flowed through me again, and I recognized who I was. I was a unique manifestation of that God stuff that needed a bit of a charge. Each of us needs a bit of a charge. And right now, I think a lot of us need a little bit of a charge. I don't know about you, but it's been just a bit stressful. Holding that one feeling of oneness. And so if we want to look at what it means to be the strength of God, remember first Sunday of the month, Reverend Pat, in his discussion, he was using a book from William Marsh, and William Marsh gave us 4 attributes of strength that we would focus on to restore. The first one of those for him was when he said, we need to be patient. And then we need to be tolerant. And then we need to be steadfast. And then we need to be balanced. And I looked at those. And I wanted to say, because we talked last week about making this a how-to day. So how to bring forward those 4 attributes and restore that strength. Well, first off, I want to take patience and I want to put it at the end. Because that's the one I work with a lot. So I'm going to put that one at the end. So we want to start with tolerant. The definition of tolerant is allow the existence or practice of something that one does not necessarily like or agree with without interference. In other words, just put up with it. I'm going to disagree with Mr. Warsh. I don't know that it's tolerance that we need so much as it is openness. And the willingness to be open, because even tolerance puts up a resistance. And resistance is what wears things out. So maybe what we need is openness. The willingness to stay open, to keep our heart open, even when we don't agree, or we may not even like it. But if I can stay open, I can look inside myself and figure out what it is I don't like about that. What is it that I disagree with? And one of my favorite phrases from my years of therapy was, you may be wrong. Because you see, I can get pretty bullheaded, and I know I'm right. I know I'm right. And that has gotten me into more situations and tired me out more than so many other things. And so if I am not tolerant but open, number one, remember those infinite possibilities that are God? I'm going to be able to see more of those infinite possibilities. And if I, in fact, question myself that I may not be right on this one, or I may be wrong, I may not completely understand, I don't live in that person's shoes, then I find that flood of strength, of remembering who I am and being able to find again the strength to just stand. Which leads us to the next one, which was being steadfast. Now, the definition of steadfast is firmly fixed in place. The other word for it is immovable. Once again, I'm going to question just a little bit of that wording. Because it is important for me to know who I am and to stand in that. That is important. We got that lesson from Jesus. He stood to power. He stood in his knowing, and he stood there and was steadfast. What it doesn't mean is that I am totally immovable. Because we go back to that, what if I'm wrong? What I do need to be is standing in my knowing of who I am, and then be flexible like the willow. Be willing to bend, but not break. Be willing to be open, again back to open. But not taking a different stand every day or being caught by the latest trend. What that requires of me then is to go inside, read about what it is, write my own credo. How many of you have written, I believe, and then you have written down what it is you believe? One of the things we have to do in ministerial school, Karen, is you have to write your credo. And you have to cover a whole bunch of things. One of the most exciting experiences I had to go through, because you really have to hone down what it is, what do I really believe? And what do I think versus what do I believe? And so when we become steadfast, it requires us to go deeper into who and what we are and to watch the way we respond. Do I respond consistently to people I don't agree with? Do I respond consistently to situations in my life? Or am I being moved by whatever particular wind is blowing at the time? So steadfast for me is rooted, grounded in my being with a flexibility to bend without breaking. The next one is balanced, arranged in good proportion, taking everything into account and judging without prejudice. Reverend Pat talked last week about the fact that we live in a dual world. We have a dual world. I was brought up in an either or. I don't know about you, but most things were either or. It was either this or it was that. We are either male or we are female. We are right or we are wrong. We are good or we are bad. It is white or it is black. The world today is not an either or world. The world today is a both and process. We have moved into an understanding that there are so many possibilities, and nothing is black or white. Nothing is right or wrong. That there is a spectrum. And to be balanced, we have to open to that spectrum. We have to make that shift. We have to not just be always in our head or always in our heart, folks. Heart representing emotion, head representing logic at this moment. I'm a head person. I will go there so quick. And when I was going through ministerial training, the one thing that my mentor kept saying was, get in your heart, get in your heart, get in your heart, get in your heart. I'm going, oh, do I have to? But yeah, you do. What you also have to do is, if you are in your heart, you have to recognize that this intelligence, this brain, this intellectual function that we have was put there for a purpose. It was put there to serve as a guide and a gauge for our emotions. It's not an either or, it's a both and. They are both required for us to maintain a balance in this world. And so if we can shift and find strength, that for me, that is a strength that knows that I have those faculties if I am conscious and choose to use them all. Now, the fourth one, patience. I don't know about you, but patience is not one of the virtues that I learned early. And my mother used to keep saying, patience is a virtue that every young girl should learn. Yeah, Mom, I gotcha. And of course, because I was always so right and everybody else was so really wrong, I wanted them to just see what was right. Let's get on with it. Patience. Patience. Patience is the ability to be in the moment, recognizing that I may not be right, that I may be wrong. And yet I know who I am, and I'm willing to stand in that until I know better, until I'm reflective and see that there's something else that I didn't know before. And I can incorporate that into my belief structure. How do I find patience? I find a quiet place. I find a quiet place. Whether that's in my corner, in my bedroom where my meditation is set up, and I can go there on a regular basis. Whether it's a walk in nature, which I do with my puppies all the time, and the minute I see it, everything just sort of melts into a space of quiet. Whether it's playing with my grandson, virtually or in person, there is a gift in that allows me to be patient and calm and centered. Whether it's being here on Sunday morning with people that are of like mind with me and hold me and allow me to walk up here and talk for 3 minutes with my mask on. And it's okay. One of the things that I think that I know I have missed in the last 18 months is that connection. Not being able to be in connection. My family is hours and miles and miles and miles away. And they've always been my small group connection. And yeah, we talk to each other on the phone, we do FaceTime, but it's not the same. And so that intimacy of a group connection is something that we need to be able to find a way to develop that again. I want you to watch out for some exciting, what I think to be exciting news coming out for the first of the year. We're going to go through our fall book study. We're going to be doing the Book of Joy by Desmond Tutu and the Dalai Lama. We'll be doing that in small groups. And we'll be looking for facilitators. We'll be looking for folks to join us. But there is something in that is building a connection, rebuilding a connection. And then in the first of the year, we're looking to roll something out called connection groups. And these, again, are small groups, people that may have special interests that they want to get together and share. Maybe they just want to get together and have coffee and talk over the lesson from Sunday. Maybe they just want to go out and eat. But it's small group connections that we've not been able to have as effectively. These kind of things build a strength and they build a patience with us if we can remember to be balanced, steadfast, and open. I want to close today with a poem that I found. A friend recommended it to me through a messenger. It's written by John Roydell, R-O-I-D-E-L, Roydell. It's a parable. It's a little story. It's a little long, but I ask you to just go with me and hear his words. It says, my brain and my heart divorced a decade ago over who was to blame for how big a mess I have become. Eventually, they couldn't be in the same room with each other. Now my head and heart share custody of me. I stay with my brain during the week, and my heart gets me on the weekends. They never speak to one another. Instead, they give me the same note to pass to each other every week. And that note says, the note they send to one another always says the same thing. This is all your fault. On Sunday, my heart complains about how my head has let me down in the past. And on Wednesday, my head lists all of the times my heart has screwed things up for me in the future. They blame each other for the states of my life. There's been a lot of yelling and crying. So lately, I've been spending a lot of time with my gut, who serves me as my unofficial therapist. Most nights, I sneak out of the window of my rib cage and slide down my spine and collapse on my gut's plush leather chair. That's always open to me. And I just sit until the sun comes up. Last evening, my gut asked me if I was having a hard time being caught between my heart and my head. I nodded. I said, I didn't know if I could live with either of them anymore. My heart is always sad about something that happened yesterday, while my head is always worried about something that might happen tomorrow, I lamented. My gut squeezed my hand. I just can't live with my mistakes of the past or my anxiety about the future, I sighed. My gut smiled and said, in that case, you should stay with your lungs for a while. I was confused. The look on my face gave it away. If you are exhausted about your heart's obsession with the fixed past and your mind's focus on the uncertain future, your lungs are the perfect place for you. There's no yesterday in your lungs. There's no tomorrow there either. There's only now. There's only inhale. There's only exhale. There's only this moment. There's only breath, and in that breath you can rest while your heart and your head work out this relationship stuff. This morning, while my brain was busy reading tea leaves and my heart was staring at old photographs, I packed a little bag and walked to the door of my lungs. Before I could even knock, she opened the door with a smile, and a gust of air embraced me. And she said, "What took you so long?" Perhaps the strength that we are, that is God in us, is about pause and breathe. Pause and breathe. And in that moment, we again are reminded we are unique manifestations of God's stuff. And our purpose here is to co-create the moment. And all other things will fall into place if we can co-create the moment. So let us be open. Let us be steadfast and grounded. Let us be balanced. Let us be patient. And let us breathe in this moment. And the strength that is God will bring forward through us a world that works for everyone. Namaste.
Stand in the end, but still be you. One that's done all the things you set out to do. Stand, there's a cross for you to bear. Things to go through if you're going anywhere. Ooh, stand for the things you know are right. It's the truth that's the truth, makes them so uptight. Stand, all the things you know are real. You have you to complete, and there is no deal. Ooh, stand, stand, stand. Much too long. There's a permanent crease in your right and wrong. Stand, there's a mind that's standing tall, and a giant beside him about to fall. Everybody stand, stand. Ooh, you can stand if you want to. I keep singing it. Stand. Ooh, oh, stand. will try to make you crawl, and they know what you're saying makes sense at all. Stand, don't you know that you are free? Well, at least in your mind, if you want to be. Oh, everybody stand, stand. Come on now. Stand. Na 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 na. Ooh, stand. Na 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 na. Sing it with us. Come on, you know. Stand. Na 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 na. Ooh, stand. Na 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 na. Sing it one more time. Stand. Oh yeah. Indeed. Indeed, indeed, indeed. We are so blessed. We are so blessed for the music, the support, for everything. Yes. And it is now time to acknowledge that blessing and to be in the flow of giving and receiving. So just as a reminder, there are multiple ways that you can give to Unity Minneapolis of your treasure. There is also your time and your talent. But of your treasure, you can, in fact, go online, unityminneapolis.org. There is a donate button. There's a QR code. I love those QR codes. There's a QR code. There's one in your bulletin. There's some in the card. There's a card there in front of you if you'd like to use the QR code and scan it on your phone. There's an envelope, a love offering envelope in the pew in front of you. Put something in there, drop it off in the receptacles at the back here or at the two doors as you leave. And of course, you can always write a check, put it in the mail, and send it to the church. Venmo and PayPal are the vehicles that we use, and they are secure. So I want to thank you. I want to thank you for your time, for your talent, but also for your treasure. And it is that treasure that keeps us in this space of community, sharing with each other and with our larger community. So thank you. And let us begin that thank you. I'd encourage you to take your hand in front of you, and if you have the offering with you, you want to put it in your hand, or if you don't, but you're doing it digitally or in some other way, see it in your hand. See it there. Hold it. Bless it. And let us say together our offertory blessing. Divine love, flowing through me, blesses and multiplies all that I give, all that I receive, and all that I am. And so it is.
Out of the ruin and rubble, out of the smoke, out of our nights of struggle, can we see a ray of hope? One pale thin ray is reaching for this day. We can build a beautiful city. Hey, yes we can. Hey, yes we can. We can build a beautiful city. Not only a city of angels, but we can build a city of a woman and man.
And so we give thanks this morning. We give thanks for the blessings that flow through us and as us. We give thanks for those who give of their time, their talent, and their treasure. Here this morning, and throughout the week. We give thanks for the energy that is provided to us, through us, and as us, as we spread that love, that compassion, that joy, and we build that city in a world that works for everyone. And so it is. Amen. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I want to acknowledge our prayer chaplains this morning. If you guys would stand. A backbone of this community is prayer. And these prayer chaplains have been holding sacred space. They come early, they bless, they hold space during the service, and they are here for you after the service. If you would like to have one-on-one prayers, please check with one of these wonderful prayer chaplains. Thank you. Thank you. For those of you who are coming in virtually, there is a connection that you can use, and I believe that it's on your screen, and you can meet with a prayer chaplain one-on-one using Zoom, and there is an ID there for you on that. We give thanks for our prayer chaplains and what they do to hold us. And now I see Cassidy Meeks in the back of the room. Cassidy, come on. Tell us what's going on.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. We had a great crew on Zoom this morning at 9 a.m., so if you are a family who's not quite ready to have your kiddos or grandkids in the building yet, we have a little 9 to 9:30 Zoom class. It's great fun, great format. It's been going since July of last year, so I invite you to do that if you haven't checked it out already. And then we have our 9:30 and 11:30 classes as well. We did mindfulness this morning, went outside, practiced snake breath, practiced looking at the turkey who joined us in the garden. So it was a great time, and we invite you back for the 11:30. And also, September 1st, which is a Wednesday evening, from 6 to 7:45, we're inviting all families to come, bring your kiddos. We're going to meet in Brookview Park in Golden Valley, and we're just going to have a time of reconnection and then to talk with all you parents about how things are going and how we can support your family in youth and family ministry. So hope you'll join us for that. Thank you.
Amen. Thanks, Bessie. And just a quick reminder, Karen, as you come up for us to close out, Wednesday is the last day for you to bring in backpacks and school supplies. So if you've got them, or you can always make a monetary donation, and then we'll go out and buy as well. So Wednesday is the last time for us to support PRISM this year. And I think we made a commitment to Reverend Pat for 400 backpacks. I think we have a ways to go, but we can make this. We can make this. So let's do that. And also, there's the workshop this afternoon and next week Sunday on the Labyrinth. And I hope you'll join us there. So let's say together our prayer for protection, and then we'll go into a stand, please, as we say together, the light of God surrounds us. I am light. The love of God enfolds us. I am love. The power of God protects us. I am power. And the presence of God watches over us. I am presence. Wherever we are, God is. I am divine, and all is well. And let's sing it.
Now there is peace on earth, and it has begun with me. Now there is peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as our creator, family are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Now peace begins with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in these moments are steady and strong, feeling so holy and humble. Next thing I know, I'm all worried and weak, and I feel myself starting to crumble. Well, the meetings get lost and the teachings get tossed, and you don't know what you're gonna do next. You wait for the sun, but it never quite comes. Some kind of message comes through to you. Some kind of message comes through, and it says to you, love when you can, cry when you have to, be who you must, there's a part of the plan. Wait your arrival with simple survival. One day we'll all understand. One day we'll all understand. One day we'll all understand. Oh, there it is. I had a woman who gave me her soul, but I wasn't ready to take it. Her heart was so fragile and heavy to hold, and I was afraid I might break it. Well, your conscience awakes and you see your mistakes, and you wish someone would buy your confessions. The days miss their mark and the nights get so dark, and some kind of message comes through to you. Some kind of message shoots through, and it says to you, run when you can, cry when you have to, be who you must, that's a part of the plan. Wait your arrival, a simple survival. One day we'll all understand,
including me.
One day we'll all understand. One day we'll all understand. Yeah. Come on, Lori. There is no Eden or heavenly gates that you're gonna make it to one day. But all of the answers you seek can be found in the dreams that you dream on the way.
Gentine Forberg on the drums today.
When you're down and troubled and you need a helping hand, and nothing, well, nothing is going right. Close your eyes and think of me, and soon I will be there to brighten up even your darkest night. You just call up my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running. Oh yeah, babe, to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, got to do is call, and I'll be there, yeah, yeah, yeah. You've got a friend. If the sky above you should turn dark and full of clouds, and that old north wind should begin to blow, keep your head together and call my name out loud now. Soon I'll be knocking upon your door. You just call up my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running. Oh, yes, I will see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, yeah. All you got to do is call, and I'll be there, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, ain't it good to know that you've got a friend? People can be so cold. They'll hurt you and desert you. Well, they'll take your soul if you let them. Oh, yeah, but don't you let them. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Oh, baby, don't you know about winter, spring, summer, or fall? Hey, now all you've got to do is call. Lord, I'll be there, yes, I will. You've got a friend. You've got a friend, yeah. Ain't it good to know you've got a friend? Ain't it good to know you've got a friend? Oh, yeah, yeah, you've got a friend. Do me wrong, but do me right. Tell me lies, but hold me tight. And save your goodbyes for the morning light. But don't let me be lonely tonight. Say goodbye and say hello. It's sure enough good to see you, but it's time to go. Don't say yes, but please don't say no. I don't want to be lonely tonight. Go away, then damn you. Go on and do as you please, yeah. You ain't gonna see me getting down on my knees. I'm undecided and your heart's been divided. You've been turning my world upside down. Do me wrong, do me right now, baby. Go on and tell me lies, but hold me tight. Save your goodbyes for the morning light. silent desperation, keeping an eye on the Holy Land. A hypothetical destination. Say, who is this walking man? Well, the leaves have come to turn in, and the goose has gone to fly, and bridges are for burning, so don't you let that yearning pass you by. Walking man, the walking man walks, well, any other man stops and talks, but the walking man walks. Well, the frost is on the pumpkin, and the hay is in the barn, yeah, and Pappy's come to rambling on, stumbling around, drunk down on the farm. And the walking man walks, he doesn't know nothing at all. Any other man stops and talks, but the walking man walks on by, walk on by. And most everybody got seed to sow. It ain't always easy for a weed to grow. No, no, so he don't hold the rope for no one. The sure one's always missing, and something is never quite right. Ah, but who would want to listen to you kissing his existence goodnight? Walking man, walk on by my door. Well, any other man stops and talks, but not the walking man. He's the walking man, born to walk, walk on walking man. Well, now, would he have wings to fly? Yeah. Whoa. you, baby. Oh, yes. How sweet it is to be loved by you. It's just like sugar sometimes. How sweet it is to be loved by you. Whoa, yeah. You were better to me than I was to myself. For me, there's you, and there ain't nobody else. I wanna stop and thank you, baby. I just wanna stop and thank you, baby.